Let's fucking go!
Yes, I think the movie is a love who you are story and celebrate who you are story. With each of our four characters, they start off in a place where they're either denying a part of themselves or not wanting to confront a part of themselves. And of course, when the debauchery and chaos and the madness sort of breaks open, all of them are forced to truly embrace who they are. Yeah, and I love that. I think it's really special.
It's meant the world to me that I get the opportunity to like perform and with people I've admired from afar for so long. Bravo! Encore! Well, first of all, massive, huge fans of Seth Rogen and Point Grey and their movies and Superbad and just like his entire sensibility. Like they have R-rated movies just down. They are joyful, they're raw, they're real, they're unapologetic, and they just go for broke.
You know what? We've gotten this far. We'll figure it out.
So we knew really early on, like those were going to be the perfect partners for us in bringing Joyride to life.
Oh my God.
他妈的，看那么多老外，
这简直就像一个有桌游的酒吧。
我是就像一集《老友记》。
The best thing about Joyride is that it came from a place of us not caring about how we were gonna make it or who was gonna make it. It came purely from a place of joy and making ourselves happy.
We were just like hanging out one day thinking, oh, it might be fun to write a movie. It might be fun to write the kind of R-rated comedy that we would have liked to have seen growing up.
God, this game fucking sucks.
And we're like, what could it be? Let's figure this out.
We never actually thought it was a movie that would ever get made. We were just like, we're gonna write this dumb thing. And then all of a sudden, you know, we decided to write a script. And eventually we brought it into Point Grey and they were like, oh yeah, we wanna do this with you. And we're like, what?
No. Oh, wait, really?
Oh, really? Oh, with us?
Oh, wait, and then Lionsgate also wants to do it?
Yeah, crazy. I mean,
Someone's gonna give us money to shoot this?
Yes!
I mean, when we first read the script, it was just hilarious. And that is a very rare occurrence where like the actual script itself is just ridiculously funny.
The look closer lotus.
Look closer. Oh, wow. Vaginas.
Pussy petals.
There's a lot of them.
It was just really funny. It was as simple as that. The characters were good, the story was good, the plot was good.
I love a grand adventure. Thank you, thank you. Okay.
This sort of female-driven hangover girls trip type movie, but that also had a cultural specificity that hasn't been seen in this kind of movie before. I was immediately appealed by how unique it was, but also how it fit well within the genre that we were in.
Casting a film like this is like the key thing in a lot of ways. Finding four people who work well together and who are funny and can carry the emotional weight of the story and stay grounded and navigate the tone.
Audrey, are you eye fucking an Asian guy?
No, don't, Lolo, don't get us in trouble.
I think like a great comedy ensemble, people kind of take turns being like the straight man and the crazy one and the wild one and the one who's trying to control things and the one who is out of control, and they do that very well.
Okay, this was the most fun casting process. They're great, and that greatness was literally already apparent in their first auditions.
Girl, this is what you wanted. Like, you wanted this big grand adventure to find my mom, right? Well, this is it.
For Audrey, we had known of Ashley Park from her work on Broadway with Mean Girls and also Emily in Paris. And when she came in and did her audition, we were just like, oh, okay, this is Audrey
Okay, that was
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
I heard that if you're short, you'll get kidnapped to go live on a gymnastics farm.
I think Ashley, you know, as the main character, kind of like grounded everything. She was the one with like the core story who kind of like grounded you in reality.
Okay, will you guys come with me?
Fuck yes, bitch!
I remember talking to my friend Daniel Day Kim, and he said, have you heard of this amazing talent called Ashley Park? And I went down an Ashley Park wormhole and immediately fell in love with her and knew that she had to be Audrey. And when we got to shooting, just threw herself into it 100%. You will see parts and sides of Ashley Park you have not seen before.
Yeah, you like that?
No.
Audrey is about getting the job done. She's completely type A in that way because she felt like she didn't belong while growing up.
I wouldn't always just be the Asian girl.
As she figures out how to be there for other people, she is most of all figuring out how to be there for herself. And so I think that it's always nice when you find a character that you're learning from and that you realize you have to relate to.
What kind of Chinese are they?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you trying to get canceled? Those are Koreans.
Sherry Cola, amazing actress. She just came in with that Lolo energy.
You seem kind of tense from all the no boning.
So, Lolo Chen, oh, she parallels my life, to be honest. You know, she lives out loud. She's very unapologetic. She's raunchy. She's kind of a loose cannon and outspoken.
I'm gonna Jaws the fuck out of Baron Davis tonight. What?
I think Lolo, her journey in the beginning is just, she's fun, she's energy, and I think she really learns through this journey of like, okay, settle down a little bit.
Yeah, like Sherry at times is like the most crazy, the wildest, but she is also the one who kind of like brings them together emotionally at the end.
You're the best friend I could ever ask for. I'm the one that's fucking sorry. I took you for granted.
Friendship. Party of 3.
Oh my God, get in here.
And I think that really plays in the dynamic with Lolo and Audrey because Audrey seems to have her shit together.
Remember, this is a work trip. Thank you.
Work trip.
YOLO, Lolo.
I had known Stephanie Chu, so I was just like, there has to be a role for Stephanie in this movie.
She came in, she really made it her own.
Yeah, she just made it so much funnier than I think we intended.
We're gonna be one of those couples who meditate every single day and tell people about it because that is what people do in Los Angeles.
I play Catherine Wong, otherwise known as Cat, otherwise known as Kitty Cat, otherwise known as Pussycat Kitty Cat. And she is a budding Chinese soap opera star, and maybe she's more of a mess than she'd like to admit.
I am a good Christian girl saving myself for marriage.
Stephanie was absolutely that character that we needed for the role. She's able to do the broad, ridiculous, heightened, insane stuff, at the same time ground that character and make her feel like someone real, someone who's your best friend.
Best friends reunited.
Hey, Audrey.
Oh.
And then when Sabrina came in and did their thing, we were like, well, it's that now. Like, now we're just doing that. All of us in our families have that one dead-eye cousin or uncle or aunt that's slightly offbeat who, you know, doesn't totally like fit into a neat box, but you love. And we wanted to bring that character to life in Deadeye.
This is their first feature, and I love Sabrina, and I'm so excited for the world to just fall in love with Deadeye and Sabrina.
Well, okay, let's go.
Oh.
I kind of always knew that I probably couldn't play most characters, and Deadeye was such a freak that this might be my one and only opportunity to really, like, shine. Look at me! It was just fun to read a script that was so fun and, like, so dirty and raunchy and weird. I'm not ready to have sex.
Sabrina is so funny, and the performance is like a really hard needle to thread. Like the McLovin of the group a little bit. It's like the wacky, weird one.
Yes! You just nailed him like Mike fucking Tyson!
It's like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover or Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids, you know, the one who's there but kind of isn't supposed to be there. And I think we tried really hard to be really careful with Deadeye and their journey.
Josh made really good friends with Baron Davis on a movie called The Night Before. Baron Davis likes to be in films.
Yeah.
He enjoys the experience, and he was like, I'll do it, I'm in.
You and your girls destroyed our team.
You know, I think us getting Daniel Day Kim to come in and play the husband of Audrey's birth mother at the end of the movie, I think is also like a really important grounding presence later on.
It wasn't actually luck. Your friends messaged me.
Whether it was Meredith Hagner, who plays Jess, the drug dealer on the train, or it was Annie Mumolo and David Denman, who play Audrey's parents, or Tim Simons, who plays Audrey's boss at the law firm, Ronnie Chang. Everybody showed up understanding what the movie was and game for the movie.
The whole process has definitely been really collaborative. You know, it felt like a team sport from day one. And, you know, the writers, producers, director definitely let us improv and bring a lot of ourselves into these characters and into the movie.
They were put into situations where we're like, oh, this is hopefully a funny situation, but they were so good at coming up with their own bits and things.
You both have very good hair. and muscles.
Cherry and Teresa are two sick fucks. They are our writers. Teresa is more visibly a sick fuck in some ways, but Cherry is like this weird closeted. She's like very petite, and you think she, I don't know, just would be bookish or kind of. She's pretty chill. They were so collaborative. You know, Point Grey likes to do lots of alts. And so there was a writer's tent and everybody was like writing jokes as we were filming. And I think as we kind of got the hang of our characters, we would kind of hole away sometimes and start to write our own jokes. And then we would like go to our mommies and be like, okay, here are our bits. Which ones do you like?
Call me Deadeye.
Where does that come from?
It comes from both my eyes being made of glass. Mark Wahlberg hate crimed me.
I think it's really difficult for actors to both balance the comedy and the emotion. And really, that's when it comes down to Adele, the director. She ultimately was the one who was the barometer that knew when they were going too far and knew how to push them in the right direction. It's true. It's all true.
The toughest part about shooting Joyride is that it's set largely in Asia, and we shot exclusively in Vancouver. So having a production designer who could really bring that authenticity was of paramount importance. And talking to Michael Wong, he blew it out of the water.
Architecturally, there's nothing that's similar at all. So thanks to a really good location department, and everyone working together, we found some good locations that were good starting points, and I can embellish from there. And it got us to a point where I think it's believable.
Standing in, there's something in the texture, in the colors, in the choices that says like this movie was made from somebody who knows you.
Vancouver obviously does have a really wonderful Chinatown. We also use visual effects to do that. We have set extensions and driving scenes where you're using rear projection or green screen or what have you to sort of put China out the window of where they are.
In the movie, it won't be raining, and that's what we call movie magic.
It was an all hands on deck effort, and we were really pleased with how that ultimately came off in the movie.
China looks good on you.
My favorite set actually was one of the smaller sets. It was Nine Eye's bedroom. It was done in a location in Chinatown. We had to add 3 walls to it, but it was a very rich set, and I thought we really brought a mood to the set. That was probably the most rewarding set, even though it was one of the smaller sets.
Oh, wow!
Beverly, the costume designer, was phenomenal, embracing their individual personalities through costume.
Beverly is brilliant. Beverly had to come up with looks that really told you immediately, this is who this character is, like a really quick read of it.
I think my favorite things that I created for the show was K-pop group. That has been a dream of mine since I discovered J-pop and K-pop.
And on top of that, having to, dress all our extras and surrounding cast to really bring and evoke that feeling of Asia.
White people don't know the difference.
This is the perfect movie because it's really fucking funny.
When in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Bathe together.
This is our wheelhouse. Like, we love making like surprisingly emotional but extremely funny films that are raunchy, and then that raunch maybe makes you cry a little in the end and then laugh a little more.
Come here, bitch.
There's not a lot of people who even seem that interested in trying to make big comedic R-rated movies that really destroy in a theater and stand the test of time.
I'm into that shit too.
And it's something, that we genuinely love doing and that we've been more good at than bad at over the years.
Deadeye, did you just kill the chicken?
No. I just hope it's like a message of hope that like you should definitely be who you are. You will find your people. Everybody has a place in the world. And everybody should learn how to like beatbox.
I'm really grateful to Adele, for putting me here, as well as Cherry, Teresa, Josh, everyone, Lionsgate, Point Grey. I'm just so incredibly grateful that they believed in us.
What? That was so lame.